As you can see, the two show courts, the only two courts for the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. On court 2 is the mixed doubles that will help to determine whether the match we've just seen, Watanabe and Higashino, whether they go through to the semi-final stage. And the way it looks at the moment, with Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping having won the first game, it looks as if the Japanese pair, Watanabe and Higashino, will indeed qualify for the semi-final stage. But we'll keep you abreast of that. So just one match left for us here on court number 1, and it is the world champion Kento Momota, who has already qualified for the semi-final stage by virtue of the fact that he won his first 2 matches within the group. Tommy Sugiarto, before play got underway this evening, had a mathematical chance of still qualifying, but sadly that is no longer the case because Samir Verma has won against Gantapon Wangchalon and therefore has won 2 matches. So this man looking very relaxed, the world champion Kento Momota, a winner of 4 World Tour titles this year. Tommy Sugiarto, of course, was a beaten finalist at the end of year finale 5 years ago when the event was staged in Kuala Lumpur. Now, there you can see a confirmation that Samir Verma has moved up to 2nd place by virtue of his 21-9, 21-18 win in 45 minutes against Wangchalon. Now, even if Tommy Sugiarto were to win, he will have won 2 matches, the same as Verma and Kento Momota, because Kento Momota has already won 2. But then you have to look at the games difference, and Kento Momota would still end top of this group, and by virtue of the game difference. And then when you look at the next 2 players, you go on the head-to-head, and Verma beat Sugiarto earlier on in the group. So Verma and Momota have definitely qualified for the semi-final stage. So as far as these 2 players are concerned, well, Kento Momota has had an incredible year. Finished the race to Guangzhou at number 2 and therefore the number 2 seed, but he won 4 World Tour titles from 6 World Tour tournament finals. His opponent, Tommy Sugiarto, finished at number 3 on the World Tour ranking, winning the Thailand Masters, the 2nd consecutive Thailand Masters title in Bangkok, and a couple of other finals. That was at Super 500 level, the Thailand Open and Korean Open as well. But it's always a little bit disappointing when a match that we thought could have an influence on who could qualify turns out, because of other matches within the group, not to be the case. But we still have the sheer delight of watching the world number 1 and world champion, the left-hander, Kento Momota. This is the 8th meeting between the 2 players, and of the previous 7, Momota has won 4 of them, including the last 2. The last time was the quarter-final of the Indonesian Super 1000, which Kento Momota went on to win. But it's interesting, this is the 2nd meeting that these 2 have met at the end of year finale. First time they met was also in Group B 4 years ago in Dubai, and it was Momota that won on that occasion. Beat Sugiarto 21-15 in the deciding game. Let's hope it's another thriller like that. So the 24-year-old, born in Kagawa on Shikoku Island, the smallest of the 4 main islands in southeast Japan, enjoying his 12th consecutive week as world number 1. Won this title in Dubai 3 years ago, beating Victor Axelsen in the final. So this is 3rd appearance at the end of year finale. Won both of his previous matches in the group in 2 straight games, and that is why, even if he loses this match in 2 straight games, he will end Group B in the top position. So to Tommy Sugiarto, number 10 on the world ranking at the moment, the 30-year-old born in West Jakarta. Spent a total of 9 weeks as world number 3 across 3 different spells. Number 3 on the end-of-year ranking list is the highest that he's been, 2013. He actually finished the year at number 4. Won his match, his first match on Wednesday against Wang Chalon in a marathon match, 1 hour and 29 minutes, and then lost to Samir Verma, and lost rather comfortably in that second game, as you can see. "17 World Tour tournaments this year for Tommy Sugiarto, just 11 for Kento Momota. Crystal Tan, our umpire for this one from Malaysia, and Ivo Castle from Switzerland, the service judge. And we should just explain that the Race to Guangzhou World Tour rankings are an accumulation of points, unlike the world ranking, and therefore the more tournaments you play, the more likely you are to get higher up the ranking list. So it is an advantage, the fact that Sugiarto played 17 World Tour tournaments during the year. Interesting that Momota only played 11, because as a top committed player for the second half of the year, he's required to play a certain number, but I'm guessing the fact that he wasn't a top committed player at the start of the year, in fact his ranking wasn't high enough even to get into the All England draw.
No, so when you're only being top committed in the middle, then you just have to play the remainder of the Super 750s and Super 1000s.
And on my left, Kento, Momota, Japan. Kento, Momota to serve, love all, play.
So the world champion, Kento Momota, getting this last Group B match underway. And when we talk about the fact he's had a good year, that really isn't an understatement, isn't it? Is it? Because apart from the World Tour tournaments, he's actually been in 9 finals from 15 individual tournaments, won 7 titles.
1-all.
Started off playing international challenger events. His first title of the year, the Vietnam International Challenger, then won the Asian Championships, then the World Championships, the Japan Super 750, having won before that, of course, the Indonesian Super 1000 and also the Denmark 750. So when you look at his win-loss record for the year, in individual competition, it's 60-7. On the World Tour, 42-6. But even more than that, if you look at his win-loss record since his return from suspension, he was suspended by his national federation for visiting an illegal gambling establishment. And since his return from his suspension, he's played 21 individual tournaments and he's been in 15 finals. If he wins today, it will be his 100th win since returning from suspension, and only 8 losses.
That's amazing. That's That's Lindan stats.
Yeah.
Or Lindan-like stats.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to beat. We saw in Hong Kong 500 that even though he was really, really hit by fatigue, then Song Wan-ho had to work to his max to get past him. Song Wan-ho, who could be a possible opponent in tomorrow's semifinals.
Service over. 3-all.
Yes, because of course we know the semi-finalists from Group A. And the big shock, I suppose, really, is that the #1 seed, Shortian Chen, has not made it through to the semi-final stage. Top of that group is the World Championship silver medalist Shi Yuqi, and second in the group is Song Wan-ho, who you've just mentioned. So they will both be in the semi-finals tomorrow.
Service over. 4-all.
Oh, he's missed it. It's gone wide.
Service over. 5-4.
First time here in Guangzhou that I've had the pleasure of watching. Kento Momota, have you called any of his earlier matches?
Yes, the first match, I think, against
Burma.
Burma. Or did they just
Service over.
see it?
5.
I'm not sure. I don't think I actually called it.
But you watched it.
Some of it. I didn't call it. He looked absolutely dominant there.
6-5.
Momota.
No, that's wide.
7-5.
So too is that. Well judged.
Service over.
Seemed to me like Momota just tightened the grip a little bit here. I think he could be trying to wear down Tommy Sugiarto by raising the pace here in the beginning of the match and hoping that It's too much for the independent player from Indonesia. We saw that he was not at his best against Samir Verma the day after he beat Wang Charun in a long match. Tommy Sugiarto suddenly had big problems on the front court.
Well, just to bring you right up to date about the mixed doubles on the adjoining court, I can tell you that Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping have indeed beaten Faisal and Wijaya 21-16, 21-13. So it means that the Japanese pair of Watanabe and Higashino, who we saw in the last match, have indeed qualified now for the semi-final stage. Going wide. Oh, he's taken it. Brilliant. Left Sugiarto absolutely stranded. It's not often you see that in men's singles at this elite level, is it?
Shot there by Sugiarto.
10-8.
That block, you mean? Yeah.
Got it really, really close to the net.
有请技术官员入场。裁判员雅各布·辛伯格来自丹麦，发球裁判欧文峰来自中国香港。
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next on court 2. Women's doubles. Technical officials, umpire,
just long, and therefore it's Tommy Sugiarto who has a 3-point advantage here at the mid-game interval of the opening game against the world champion.
Buat berikutnya dia mikir juga. Nah ini ada kesempatan ini Tom, bacok lurus, out dari overhead boleh buat variasi, ya. Tahan, ya, enjoy ya Tom.
Hot 1, 20 seconds.
Now, under normal playing conditions, or faster playing conditions, I should say, Steen, I'd be expecting this man, Momota, to suddenly up the pace a little bit. But I'm not altogether sure whether that's necessarily going to work in these slower conditions.
No, I think he is trying to up the pace, but just in the beginning of this match here, work Tommy Sugiarto around the court, because then I think we'll see that the speed in the legs of Tommy Sugiarto is going to slowly disappear.
Yeah.
And then it will be easier for Momota in the second game. This might all be terribly wrong, but that's the way I interpret what we're seeing on court at the moment.
He's gone wide. Oh, he's already back level. 3 points since the mid-game interval, and 4-3 to Momota. Oh, pulled out. No challenge from Momota, he must agree.
12-11.
Yeah, good call, good judgment.
2号场地即将进行的是女子双打的比赛，由来自韩国的尹少熙、申生赞对阵来自保加利亚的加夫列拉·斯蒂法尼。
Ladies and gentlemen, Court 2, Women's Doubles. Lee So-hee, Shin So-chan, Korea. Gabriela Stoeva, Stephanie Stoeva, Bulgaria.
Oh, that's fabulous.
There was the differences in pace on the two sides.
He's so accurate with those smashes down the line, and also the cross-court one.
And look, there's not that much pace in it.
No.
They're perfect placement. That's exactly where he should aim, because he gives himself a little bit of margin, and not putting more pace in it allows him to be that accurate.
Six of the 7 points since the mid-game interval.
Service over. 13-14. Service over. 15.
Just watch his movement here, back in court. And by the time he's landed, in fact, by the time
he's
he was
already
hitting,
on his way forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great defense, brilliant. Yeah, Momota just points to the fact that the court needs to be mopped, but what beautiful, beautiful retrieving and movement. Look at that again. Having been under severe pressure on his forehand side, to then play the round the head smash in such balance is extraordinary.
16-13.
Oh, well, I'm not sure it had to be that accurate. I think Sugiarto was way off any chance of really reaching it.
16. Service over. 17-14.
Oh, yes. It's clinical, isn't it? The way he creates the opportunities within the rally.
Yeah. He outmaneuvers Tommy Sugiarto. Matches at least, maybe even better in terms of movement. I think he's better in movement as well. But totally a level above Tommy Sugiarto technical-wise, in my opinion. So it's a little bit an illustration of some of the development in international badminton. It's not totally.
Kita tidak sama namun tetap satu suara. Wanita Indonesia tunjukkan kilau hitam kita.
Fair because, I mean, whilst Sugiarto have been playing and winning bronze, was it in 2014 he won the bronze medal in Copenhagen?
That's correct.
It was, badminton was dominated by Lin Dan and Lee Chong-wei and Chen Long and Chen Jin and Bao Chun-lei and so on. So all big technicians.
Yeah, well, his technical skills have cruised him from 8-11 down at the big game interval to 2014 and 6 game point opportunities. Just needed the one, so 21-14 opening game, and in the end it was one of a bit of a canter. And I now appreciate the points that you were making early on, Steen, about working Sugiarto early on, make those legs a little heavier.
Thanks, Jill. I was about to try and repeat it, so
21-14 opening game.
It was the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought to start with, in all honesty, I thought, is he playing differently to normal because of the slower conditions here, or? But I can see it exactly, and I wonder if he watched Sugiarto's match
against Verma.
Against Verma, where he lost the second game to 7. And I can only assume.
At least the coaches will have watched it.
Yeah, and that they know that Sugiarto's legs just ran out of steam, really. Yeah.
We have here next to our commentary position, we have all the coaches' video cameras, so there's a lot of analysis going on. It's like this, I mean, if both players get tired, well, then Momota's technical skills will prevail.
Yeah. But it's interesting because you're right. I think that Sugiarto was always reliant on his physicality as a player, even when he was at number 3 in the world ranking.
He played the same, basically the same, a little bit faster, a little bit better stamina than now. He played the same, and technical-wise, he hasn't developed for some years now.
Yeah.
Second game,
so should always look for ways to develop your game, and it goes for anybody. That also goes for Momota, because he's #1 now, and everybody's looking to what it takes to beat the #1.
Yeah, missed it.
1 love.
I know it can sound a little bit harsh towards Thomas Sugiarto, and it wasn't meant that way. He's done really well, both on the World Tour Finals this year and throughout his career. It's just he's playing a player that's a level above him, in my opinion.
Yeah, with shots like that, just demonstrating why he is world champion and world #1.
And it's worrying from an Indonesian perspective that he's not even close to those shots when he's sort of like relying on, in many ways, on his speed of movement and his retrieval ability. And there's so many shots where he's totally outplayed.
Yeah. I think we've also got to look at the psychology of this as well, Faustine, because Sugiarto knows that even if he won this match, he's not going to qualify for the semi-final stage.
No,
he's going to finish third.
He's locked into third.
Exactly. So he's not even playing for a little bit more prize money and extra ranking points. He knows he's going to end third in the group.
Just playing for the fun of it, see if I can beat the world champion.
Yeah.
And when you realize that it's going to be a long shot,
yeah,
and it's hard to find the motivation to move the extra inches.
Service over.
6, 7.
1 7.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, challenge.
Challenge.
Yeah, I thought that was in. What did you think?
Kento,
It was in.
Momota, challenges. Call out.
Taking a chance, it was in.
So Eagle Eye Steen is wanting to replace Hawkeye.
No backdoor this time.
That's what I like, being decisive.
I don't want to see it, I don't want to see it.
I'll tell you, it's in. You're right. So, good challenge by Kento Momota.
Service over. 8 1. Play.
Yeah. Well, he's giving a demonstration at the moment. So who's this man? Well left.
Looking forward to see his tournament schedule for 2019. He's played an awful lot this year, and
Sugiarto.
no, Kento Momota, I'm concerned about the strappings on both his knees there. You've got to take good care of him, the Japanese team. That's landed in.
So 11-1 the lead
11-1.
at the mid-game interval here in the second. And Kento Momota is in cruise control right now.
11-1, play.
Yeah. Looked like a big sigh, didn't it, rather than a big gulp of air.
Service over.
And one of the things that we've
2-11.
had a master class in here is that it is important that you can follow pace, but it's also important for how long you can follow pace.
Service over. 12-2.
That's perhaps the most difficult thing by being an independent player, to be able to play at a consistently high enough pace, because it's more or less volunteers you practice with, or fellow independent players that all needs to gain something, whereas a team or a national team, you have the possibility of using sparring players or directing who's giving a little bit more to the better players at the moment. So that's one of the challenges by being an independent player.
Good point.
Service over. 13-3.
Oh, yes. Backhand cross-court defence,
14.
setting up the opportunity. Watch this, look at that. That's just a sheer delight. Yeah, that's not too shabby either.
15-3.
12-9.
Out. 16-3.
Well, he's human after all.
Service over. 4.
I'm not certain. I think he did it on purpose to make us think so.
Amazing. Hitting winners at will.
Service over. 17-4.
Yeah. Well done, Sugiarto.
Cover. 10-13.
Service over. 5-17.
Cover. 14-10.
Good retrieval.
Yeah. Look at that, he's disappointed with
Yeah,
himself.
exactly.
I've made an error.
But that's what we see with all the great champions.
Yeah.
That they focus on playing well, and if they don't play well, they get annoyed no matter what the score is.
Yeah.
That is a typical trademark.
So they focus on the process rather than the outcome.
Yeah, because if
you're playing
create,
well, you're going to win.
Yeah, if you create a good process, then eventually you will get success.
Yeah.
Dengan konfirmasi yang cepat, kamu akan selalu sampai di hotel terbaikmu. Booking.com. Booking yuk!
Play. Service over.
11-15.
18-6.
This is a much better rally. Oh, look at that, that's landed in. And it's difficult to control hitting the shuttle towards that far end of the court. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so he played it with a little margin.
Yeah. Two points from victory. Momota.
And he hasn't really been tested here at the group stage.
No.
He's been absolutely dominant in all 3 matches.
Service over. 7-19. Oh! 8-19. Service over.
Match point opportunities.
Match
A
point.
whole host of them. Oh, look at that. What a wonderful way to end the match for Kento Momota. 35 minutes for the victory.
Match won by Kento Momota. 21-14, 21-8.
Beautiful angle, beautiful movement, and great skills on display. So, the victory, 2 straight games, 21-14, 21-8 in 35 minutes.